Hello, everyone, right here playing Farming Simulator 22 on Calmsden, and, well, it was a beautiful day on the map. Everyone, all of a sudden, it just started raining here. I'm not sure what was up with that. It was not raining here when I quit the game and saved, and then I go to load the game back up, and, well, oh, well. Anyway, we got a couple of fields here that are weready to harvest. Of course, everyone, we're going to wait to harvest those until the rain stops, and we could probably make that happen relatively quickly here when we speed up time here just a little bit. But while we're waiting for that to happen, I figure we'll go check on our sheep here a minute, see what's all the sheep are doing. Looks like we got a tractor down there we can hop over to. See how much wool we got here. Not much. Okay. I might have moved this. I don't remember if I did or not. I'm going to guess I probably moved the wool. So we're all set there. And you know, let's turn up time here a little bit too. We'll just crank it up, I don't know, about 120 or so. And then while we're waiting for that too, let's check and see do the animals need anything? Looks like they're looking pretty good. Water's down a little bit, grass is down a little bit, but not bad. Not bad at all. And then we'll go check on our productions over here as well. Whoa, hey, that's cool, everyone. Okay, slow down time just a little bit. We got a rainbow. Wow, I can't say I've seen that in the game before, everyone. That is new. Interesting. Okay, cool. Anyway, cool. Does that mean it's supposed to stop raining? Okay, we'll crank time back up here again. There we go. Nope, just the rainbow over there. Okay, well. Okay, rainbow's gone. Stop raining. Excellent. Looks like it stopped raining, everyone. Well, we're walking over to... No, there's a couple drops coming down yet. Might have to fast forward time just a little more there. Okay, production's here. We don't have a spot to sell the clothing here at this point, so that might be a bit of a problem. I don't know, we'll have to see once here. We'll do something about that, maybe. For now, we're just stacking the clothing off to the side here. And like I said before, I was a little bit surprised by that. You know, given the fact this is kind of a UK-based map, European map, everyone, you would think sheep would be a little bit more common, and therefore, like sheep productions and everything that is related to sheep would be involved on this map, but I guess not. So, okay, we need to fast forward time just a little bit more. Crank it up like another 20 here. I don't know if that rain symbol needs to be completely gone, or... Also, we got a bird that's like streaking across the sky there. I don't know, has anyone else noticed that, like with the birds there? I noticed like it's artifacted behind it there. But hopefully that's, I don't know if that's showing up on the video. Hopefully it is, everyone. At least it is on my screen anyway. Like if I move back and forth a little bit, everyone, you can see it just like blurs the bird. Notice that. And there's a few other things that do that as well. I can't think right off the top of my head of anything that... Oh, like the trees having at night sometimes they'll do that too. Get dark out and they move around a little bit, and yeah, everything just kind of like streaks and smears across the sky. Weird. Guess Giants hasn't fixed that yet either, have they? Speaking of fixing things, Evan, when I loaded up the game today, of course, it locked up and crashed there. About, I think it was like 70% loaded on the save game or something like that, and just locked up. Like, oh, cool, really? Wow. But that being said, it's actually been pretty good this past week here. Didn't really have much issues this past week, but yeah. Starting off this week really good. Of course, when I say starting off this week, where's the Combine at? The Combine was over here. This is the first episode I'm, of course, recording this week, everyone. You know, the episode you seen yesterday, Monday, there was, of course, recorded last week. The Combine, no. Okay, where's the Combine at? There it is. Okay, it is in here. Oh, yeah, it was back here. I did not see it back behind the grain cart, I guess. Okay. Well, I guess we better get the grain cart out here so we can get the Combine out then. Speaking of the grain cart, we'll probably take that over to the field here. We got fields 6 and 10. Barley on both of those fields. Should be a decent yield, I would hope, anyway. And again, by the way, this is the last week I'm planning on this map here at this point. So once we're done with this week, that's going to be the last episode, and then we're going to be switching to a brand new map. Tentatively have like 1 or 2 maps picked out. Looking at one in particular of one. And then let's see what's here. Well, we'll get to the comments here. Someone else sent me another one as well. It's like, oh yes, I wouldn't mind checking that one out here. So we'll see what's here. One of those 2 maps, maybe 3 of those maps in particular. Of course, there's the Nebraska map. That's a 4X map. That might be one of the possibilities. Yeah, needless to say, but I don't think this grain cart is necessarily designed to fit down the roads on this map for some reason. But we still have it anyway. I think we'll go down to the other end here. There's plenty of room down here if I remember correctly. As I said a few episodes back, everyone, we're kind of sort of Americanizing our operations here on Calmsden. Enough of that European nonsense. Everyone's way, way too inefficient. Okay, we'll just stop there. Let's go grab the combine here. And we still have the header on. Might have to take the header off here. We'll see once. Yeah, because I don't think... Do I have a way? Actually, you know what? I do have a path down here I kind of sort of put in, didn't I? I think that lets them cross over, doesn't it? Let's see once here. Yeah, I got some equipment parked in the way. Nope. And a building, apparently. Kind of just skirt our canola crop there a little bit. And a tree. Well, we can take care of the tree if we have to. I think we can still get around this. Yeah, no, okay, never mind. Fine, we'll take care of the tree, everyone. Where's my chainsaw? We'll take care of this problem. I'm sure this is the European way of doing it, right? If a tree gets... Oh, wait, nope, there it is. If a tree gets in your way, you just cut it down over in the UK, right? That's how you solve the problem? See, that's the American way of doing things, everyone. If it gets in your way, just cut it down. Bulldoze it. Excavator. There we go. Okay, so we need to fold it up. Fold it out. Then we'll fire it up. There we go. Okay, now we're ready to start harvesting. Out of curiosity, before we start, what's the yield percentage on this? We are looking at a yield bonus of plus 98%. The only thing I did not do to this field oven was roll it. Which, as I've discussed quite a few times before, I mean, I don't know that it's really worth it, in my opinion. Now, we did actually end up mulching these fields. Again, the only reason I actually mulched them, everyone, just for something to do. Thought it'd be a little more realistic because there was sorghum on the field, and sorghum apparently has really tall, old straw, whatever the sorghum leaves behind. Residue. So I don't know if it's necessarily considered residue when it's still standing yet. The standing residue. And, of course, reminder, too, by the way, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you don't forget to do that. That is always very much appreciated. And, of course, if you'd like to follow me on the rest of my social media profiles as well, you're welcome to do that. Links down below, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Also, live streams over on Twitch. Live streams over on Twitch, I mean, that's sometimes, too, where you can find some of the other games I play. In addition to Farming Simulator. We've played a little bit of Lawn Mowing Simulator here as of recent. Actually, kind of a surprisingly fun game. For those of you who have not seen that one, I know. What are they going to come up with next for simulation-type games, right? Oh, let's see. It's 45% full already. Well, we're not going to make very far around this field before filling up, are we? Oh, and if you heard that little bell sound, everyone, there's a mod. I believe it's on the official Farming Simulator mod hub, if I recall correctly. But there's a little mod out there that gives you, is it warning indicators or warning sounds? I think it's warning sounds, I think is the name of the mod, if I remember correctly, for your combine. So it lets you know, not entirely sure what percentage is everyone. It's 1 at 50% there, I guess it sounds like. See what's happening as we start getting a little bit fuller here. I don't know. I guess it's probably 80%. Maybe we'll start getting a little more obnoxious bells, maybe. We'll find out. We can do a little in-cab harvesting here. Not something I do particularly often. Of course, when it comes to the videos, everyone, as I've said many, many times before, and I get asked this every so often, you know, people ask for more in-cab driving, which I probably should do, to be honest, everyone. But one of the reasons, obviously, we don't do in-cab driving on the videos quite so much, everyone, it doesn't give, in my opinion, those of you watching a very good viewing experience, and that's just my opinion anyway, of course, but at least in my opinion, you can see a lot more what's going on from this view. I didn't hear any warning bell, was there? Maybe there wasn't one at 80. Obviously, the flasher's on. Maybe I was too busy gabbing. No, I didn't hear one at 90 either. Seems like this would be the point where the little warning bell should be like ding, 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 ding. About to fill up. You're filling up. 96%. Maybe you gotta be outside the cab for that warning bell to work. I have no idea how that mod works, to be honest, everyone. I'm not entirely sure. Oy. Don't know. Oh well. Oh, nice on tap. Or of course, you know what? We just back down there? How quick is this tractor back? Oh, this tractor backs up fairly quick. Let's see how good am I backing this up here, everyone. Backing up something like this actually shouldn't be too hard. It's when you get like the gravity wagons, everyone, where you got a steer axle on the front. Oh boy, those are the ones that are hard to back up. This one where it just pivots on the tractor tongue there, typically not that hard. Now, I'd warned everyone, this is probably not something you see over in the UK very much, right? Great big, was this 2,200? Yeah, 2,200 bushel grain cart unloading a combine. And remember, Evan, how many versions of Farming Simulator we had before they finally actually added grain carts to the game? Was it Farming Simulator? Did 17? I think 17 had grain carts, if I remember. I think it only had one. Or was it two? I think, yeah, pretty sure it was only one grain cart, if I remember correctly. But, yeah, Farming Sim 17, I think, actually finally had a grain cart, if I remember correctly. So, and of course, like 19. And then, yeah, 17 here, or sorry, 17, 22 here, we actually finally have a decent selection of grain carts. Which I guess, I don't know, grain carts are just not as common over in Europe. I have no idea. Of course, the only thing I can say on that one is the handful of European farmers I have watched. Now that I think of it, everyone, I don't think I've ever seen any of them use grain carts. That being said, too, I mean, it is quite interesting looking at the differences in European farming versus American farming. There's definitely some differences, that's for sure. Okay, almost all the way around the field. I can probably go ahead and do one more headland here yet. It's going to take us like the whole episode just to make it around the field twice here. Possibly. Well, at least we're hopefully getting a good yield on this. As I said before, I went harvesting, one of my more favorite activities here in the game. There's just something fun about you know, doing the work on the fields, everyone. And then this is kind of the culmination of that work. And, looking at the Combine here, this is probably one of those few pieces of equipment that does not actually vary drastically from, say, the American Combine, everyone. Like European Combine, American Combine, there's not much difference, really, I don't think. Compared to, again, some of the other equipment. Even like American tractors versus European tractors, everyone. There's definitely some differences, front 3 points, different warning lights, crazy hitch design, all that nonsense on the back, everyone. There's definitely some pretty, I don't say massive, but there's some pretty good differences between like a European tractor and an American tractor. Of course, the core of the tractor itself probably isn't much different, but when it comes to the way things attach to the tractor, different attachment options, stuff like that. Again, at least over in America, front 3 points on tractors, not very common. Usually what you'll see is a nice big set of suitcase plates out front on the tractors. And then, of course, when it comes to connections on the back of one, I know Europeans, hold your breath here. This is pretty complex American connection here when it comes to the back of the. Let's say it's gonna need the back tab here. There we go. When it comes to the connections on the back of American tractors, everyone. So, like I said, brace yourselves, everyone. What we have in America, everyone, it's quite complicated. It's a hunk of bar steel with a hole on it. Actually, a hole on each end, or actually a couple holes depending on the style. But one hole connects to underneath the tractor, the other hole connects to the implement. I know, amazing concept, and it's unbelievably complicated. But hey, that's what we got to work with here in America. Thinking about this, I don't know, have they gotten course play to the point where it can unload combines yet? I don't think. Well, the combine itself can unload. I know that. We've done that here a few episodes back. It works. Not the greatest, but it works. Of course, maybe I should just get auto drive going too. Actually, just see how well auto drive. I've not used auto drive here 19 and 22 here yet. Haven't actually used it. Should really give that a try at some point here as well. See how well it does with unloading combines. I do believe it supports the unloading as far as I know. Pretty sure that feature's already in auto drive. And at least from past experiences here, Farming Sim 19, auto drive, wow, way better than course play. Okay, let's see if we can pull up a few comments here a moment. Uploaded here. Where is... Nope, that's not what I want. Where usually it's down to the bottom. It is not. Let's see if I can find it in a minute. There we go. As I've said before, when iPad's starting to get a little old here. I probably should really look at replacing it here at some point. Oh, I think it was the original iPad Air, if I remember correctly. Still works yet. Still works. I don't use it a whole lot, so. Anyway, to the comments here. Hetro was saying, I was wondering with Farming Simulator 19 seasons, did not the sheep stop producing wool at a certain time? Is the sheep wool production slowing? Great video. That could very well be there, Hetro. I'll have to rely on my viewers for that one because I don't know myself. When it comes to the seasons here in Farming Simulator 22, do animal productions vary? I have no idea on that one. I'm not sure, especially when it comes to the sheep here in this case. I don't know if the sheep produce more wool at certain times of the year than they do other times. It would almost seem that way because this past summer was a winter. I forget exactly when it was again. We were fast forward in time, and like that pallet spawner was filling up. Now, when we fast forward time, everyone, it's only I think maybe like 2/3 full or something like that. which is what I'd like to see, by the way, because if it's filling up, everyone, that means we're probably most likely losing wool. Which is something we found out with the bee pallet spawner as well, at least the in-game one. You know, you put down the big beehive, and then you put down a little, was it single? Pretty sure it was single pallet spawner next to it. I mean, if you go to skip one day, everyone, you are losing honey because that pallet spawner only holds one pallet, and guess what? You get more than one pallet's worth of honey in a day. It's like 2 or 3 pallets, something like that. Christopher was saying good morning and good video. Thank you very much for that. Oh, there's the ding. There was a ding at 80. Yeah, I wonder if you have to be outside the cab for it to ding. That's what I'm wondering, because I don't remember hearing it when we were in the cab view. Where did I leave the track? Oh, there it is. Just enough of a hill there. I mean, actually kind of hides the grain cart a little bit. It's like, wait a minute, I thought I left the grain cart over there. Nope, it is over there. Just a little hard to see. This works pretty good out with it. Works out pretty good when it comes to tabbing here at the moment, everyone. Just back tab gets me to the grain cart tractor. Forward tab gets me to the combine. What are the chances of that working out? Not very good. Hey, I'll take it. Ethan was saying, I'm not sure there's very many new cars that have tires that narrow anymore. Yeah, you know what? That's right. I forgot to look that up, Evan. I wanted to look up and see what's actually how narrow those tires are, because I'm not real adept at reading the tire sizes. Was it 270, 95 or something like that? On our really narrow tractor tires there. Yeah, those are some ridiculously narrow tires. I'm kind of curious to actually how narrow they actually are. Like I said, they look like they're narrower even than what we'd consider to be a narrow tire here in America on sprayers. They look like they're even narrower than those, so wow. Don't think you have to worry about it in the game, Evan, but of course, real life, you want to make sure when it comes to loading the grain cart, you're loading it somewhat evenly. Otherwise, you're either A, going to have too much tongue weight. That's if you have a lot of grain in the front of the cart, Evan. It's going to, all that weight's going to end up on the tongue of the tractor. And you don't want that. Or, if you have too much weight in the back, everyone, it's actually going to lift up on that tongue, lifting up on the back of the tractor. And you definitely don't want that. Nightmare was saying good morning and good video. Thank you very much for that. He also says the animal numbers are determined by the numbers in the placeable XML. One is for the total, and there's one for the max number of visual. He's also saying, not sure, thinking about it, there must be a percentage on the visual as well, which is kind of my guess, but I'm not entirely sure how that works out when it comes to animals. So if you've got a pen that holds, say, 100 sheep, or actually the pen we have, holds 200 sheep. Obviously, the game, everyone, does not render 200 sheep. It'd be kind of cool if it would. Maybe, I don't know. That might be a little crowded too, I don't know. But it would be cool if it rendered more than what it does, at any rate. So we've got a pen that holds 200, and it renders maybe, I don't know, was it 20 sheep? I have no idea. I actually have to look a little closer at that. I wonder how many sheep actually get rendered over there, I wonder. 20, 30, 40, 10? Pretty sure it's more than 10. I'm guessing somewhere in the 20s, everyone. And obviously now that we sold about 100 sheep, it does look like there's more sheep over there now. Speaking of the sheep, do we have any more sheep than what we did before? Just kind of curious on that one. Because we sold it down to 100. Yeah, 7. Okay. So yeah, we sold it down to 100. We now have 100 more lambs. Now I am curious, Evan, like, as far as I know, someone correct me if I'm wrong, in real life, I think sheep could have more than one lamb, right? Is that how it works in the game too? I don't know. Obviously, of course, in real life too, you can have sheep that don't have any lambs. So, not sure exactly what that percentage works out to. Well, at any rate, we got 100 additional new sheep here at this point, or lambs, I guess, technically, right? Because they are, how old are they? They're 25% puberty already. Okay, wow. Not entirely sure when they showed up. I mean, I guess I was not paying close enough attention to that. Interesting. Wonder if what I should do is, like, sell our adult ones here for 900. Yeah, once these get a little bit older. That's probably what you should do, maybe. Once the young ones start producing wool, sell the old ones. The old ones will then, next year, I guess? Yeah, next year in game, they will have another 100 lambs. Sell the adult ones again. Yeah, that sounds like a good way to potentially make money. Which is one of the cool things here about Farming Simulator 22, Evan. It seems like now with animals, you can actually, like, if you want to just, like, sell animals, it seems to be a little more profitable and doable to do such a thing. You can actually do that, right? Or if you want to raise animals, you can buy the young ones, raise them up until they're old, sell them. Now, previous versions of Farming Simulator just really couldn't do that. Oh, there's the warning bell. Seems to only be one at 80. I'm not. Was there one at 90? Try to be quiet. I'm going to pay attention a minute and see what's actually, if we're getting more or not. Nope, not one at 90. So one at 50 and one at 80, I guess, is when it kind of dings. And you kind of have to be paying attention a little bit because it's not super obvious. Nope, and we are full again. Wow, how many times have we filled up now? Seems like it's been filling up at a pretty steady rate here. Guess that's a good thing. Not gonna complain. We got yeah, 31,500 in here so far. Not too shabby. Maybe I should have gone around the other way. That might have been a little quicker. Oh well. Well, we'll get this third headland down, and we'll start going up and down the field. Although, okay, looking at the time, by then it'll probably be time to wrap it up here for this episode. We might, you know what, we might just save that for next episode, just so we can, like, do a little up and down the field here. A lot of times when it comes to harvesting, it seems like I'm always going around the field here. And by the time we get done going around the field, it's time to wrap it up for the episode. Just to, it seems like it takes a while to go around the field, right? At least when it comes to this map, that's one of the things I like about this map. The fields aren't, like, overly small. They actually have some decent sized fields. Actually, some really big fields, too. Like, if you want to get into field 1 there, that field 1 is a good sized field. Once this thing, there we go. Yeah, field 1, that's a pretty good size. Field 5's good sized. I mean, yeah, there's several. I mean, 13. Oh my goodness, look at the size of that one. Actually, is that the biggest field on the map, I wonder? Almost 1.4 million. Field 1 is 1.15. So yeah, field 13 is definitely even bigger yet. Plus, it doesn't have that weird, I don't know what's up with that weird strip down the middle. Speaking of money, I just realized too, we actually have not spent any of the money we made here yet. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what to spend it on here. So, it's just kind of sitting there. Like, we could, I guess, upgrade the combine if we wanted to, but seems kind of pointless. This one's doing pretty good. Plus, I can get it down through some of the narrower entrances and stuff like that without having to take the header off. And in fact, that new path we got there now, I think I can get to all the fields we currently have. Because field is 6. Yeah, okay, so number 10 of one. I get to number 10 by taking the path back behind 6 here, right? Oh, and I just looked over at the time, and it is time to wrap it up here this episode already. So on that note, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.